Hello guys, welcome back, and this time we're doing a vlog. So I got a lot to talk about. So as you guys seen, the videos have rolled out with obviously a lot of news. I try to find the stuff I find interesting, not like what everybody else is talking about, since a lot of people aren't talking about things, simply things like retro stuff, like all the SD card stuff and portable stuff and that stuff. Anyway, but this week was pretty cool because we planned this a couple weeks ago. My fantasy football team that I'm a part of, which I am currently in 4th place, which the top 4 people at the end of the year go into it's a money league. So first of all, people I work with, and basically top 4 people basically play each other, and 1 through 4 basically gets, money based on their placing at the end of the year. Anyway, so this week we're coming up, we just finished the 7th week. There's only, 14 weeks in fantasy football season, because the last 2 weeks of the seasons are usually when they do the playoffs. And halfway through, I'm 3-4. I'm in 4th place. So I'm doing pretty good. Teams start off kind of slow. I'm not going to bore you with all the players I have and everything. I made a trade that worked out really well for me. But anyway, so a couple weeks ago, they brought up the idea, let's go to an NFL football game, which is something I've never done before, believe it or not. I've been to, Notre Dame's college football game. I've, Bulls game, Blackhawks game, White Sox this year, but I've never been to an NFL game before. So since 2 of the guys in the group had gone to the St. Louis Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks last year, they decided, and because the Rams tickets are really cheap, to be honest with you, because they're not that good. They're still entertaining, just not, you're not going to ever, you're not going to see like them be a playoff caliber team. We decided to go to that game because again, tickets were cheap. So we met early Sunday morning, and it's like a 3-hour drive down there to St. Louis. And we decided to park on the Illinois side. I live in Illinois, and walk across the bridge because we got there real early. We left early. We got there early. We walked across the bridge, and I'm kind of glad we went to a dome and we didn't go actually to an outside stadium, because I really don't want to sit in kind of like cold. I'd rather sit in the cold. I'd rather sit home and watch it on TV. But it's a dome, so we didn't have that issue. Anyway, got our tickets, walked in the door, and when you walk in the door, it was bobblehead day, believe it or not. And so it was Robert Quinn Beanie Bobble Day. So there you go. There's the bobble. This is the actual football player. Anyway, I got to walk in the door. It was free. As soon as I got home, I'd open up so my son could look at it. I thought it was cool. Anyway, we were actually 5 rows from the very top of the stadium. And even though we were that far up, nosebleed section, you could still see the whole football field really good. At times you might not know exactly the player's number, like on the sides, because you were that far up, but you could see all the action, and then when they tell you who the player was, sometimes you might get the player wrong. But it was a really entertaining game. Again, they were playing the Seattle Seahawks at home. There was as many Seattle fans as there were Rams fans there, and overwhelmingly everybody would pick Seattle to win because they thought they were a better football team. Again, they won the Super Bowl last year, but they're not as good as they were last year. Just, it's hard to win a championship in the NFL and then be that good next year. And the Rams, again, if you were there watching the game, if you're there in the seats, you could clearly tell early on the Rams players were hyped up and playing really hard, whereas Seattle was not. They just didn't seem to have energy when they were on the field at the time. Maybe it was because they just traded Harvin. I don't know. But it was a very fun, entertaining game. And at the end, the Rams won a close game at the end because they built up a big lead, and then the other team came back, and at the very end they held on to win. It was very fun. Very fun football game actually experience to be in the crowd for. And we hit the casino over there real quick on the way out, so they want to do that. So I spent like $5. I don't play slots because that stuff that's I call it like fool's gold. When you play slots stuff at the casino, you're more likely not going to win than win. But anyway, so outside that, talked about it in a video before. Played Star Trek Online. Played more of that. Let's see, what else have I played? There hasn't really been too much. I've been playing on the iPad a lot. So, like, was it my Iron Tank game? I logged back in and they put me in this tournament, and then so because it was a tournament, I had to play it all the time, kind of thing. Passed, I got second place in that, so they moved to the higher ranking tournament, it's just for points. You're not actually like gonna like win any prize or anything. And on that, I think I'm 25th right now. For some reason, I've had issues connecting in the game the last day, so that kind of hurt a little bit. And the other game I actually got on the iPad for free was, because I'm a Transformer fan, of course, Angry Bird Transformers, which I actually like that game a lot because it's not just a typical Angry Bird format. It's almost like an on-rail shooter because you just, your guys run across the screen and you're shooting the things as they go by. Typical Angry Bird setup. You're trying to bring the stuff down. Maybe there's TNT, maybe not. You have a gun, try to bring it all down. Ice and wood and stuff like that. And you have to transform just to stop these things from hitting you when you fall, kind of thing. But ultimately, it's a fun little game. Again, if you like Transformers or if you like Angry Birds, you'll like this. More set for the 80s style, I guess, in a sense, of Transformers, I guess, the way they blend them together. But again, if you don't know who Bludgeon is, then you obviously didn't stick around Transformers long after the original series. So there are characters you're not going to know if you didn't know just the 80s characters, but I had fun playing the game, actually, and unlocking the other characters. And so, I like Bumblebee, and I like Bludgeon, and Heatwave I unlocked. Yeah, Heatwave. So a lot of fun. Again, here's how the typical game works. Okay, you have this level here, and you gain coins and you gain pigs through each level, and you use the pigs to unlock other Transformers you find as you unlock the lands, because you got to use your coins to buy the lands or open the areas up there locked to play those areas to get other characters. But you also got to have your coins to upgrade your characters, or else you won't get an energy on shield for your character. So when other enemies are shooting at you, that'll block it, or you won't get transformation to transform into a vehicle and stuff like that. You have to unlock upgrade your characters to give them more abilities. So a fun little game. Outside of that, there really hasn't been too much else going on. It's getting fall here, getting cold. So just do this vlog video for today. Tomorrow morning I'll be back to doing the roll out the new stuff, because I'm actually, again, I've fought for a long time doing other stuff when I was like, okay, I'm going to do, retro stuff, but I just never felt good about the amount of time I spent on that. Again, community will come, but they're not going to come all the time. Once a month, maybe, I guess, because it takes a lot of time and effort. And with my work schedule, which, again, starting to ramp up for the holidays, that's harder to do. But doing video game news is not hard for me to do. It's just basically, I like that story, sit down, record it, boom, get a picture for the video, and then bam. I mean, it's easy, and I like to talk about those things. I could talk about all kinds of things. I could really make videos about talk about the fact that Warner Brothers is basically, hires a company to basically make shorts of their stuff, like Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat, like Critters, which is a movie series I actually like from New Line Cinema. As cheesy as it was, I loved the Critter movies. It's kind of cool for me to see that they're gonna make a short of kind of bringing back Critters. That's a movie cheesy as those movies were. Again, I love those movies. So stuff like that. But anyway, I know you've seen 3 videos basically a day, but there might be days. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not really that tired, but sometimes when it's time to sit down to make a video, believe it or not, I get I want to yawn, and I don't know why. But anyway, you never know. Some days I could have 4 or 5 videos. It's just whatever I want to talk about. You want to watch the video, you like what I want to talk about, great. You don't, no sweat off my back, kind of thing. It's always funny when you make a change. Again, I changed to the new stuff, built that up, then I changed to the retro stuff, lost some of the audience, built a different audience, and now I'm going back to news, and I lost some of that audience, and I'm building other people. And again, there's that people who watch me forever, they're still there, which I appreciate that. But it's funny how you watch your channel change. Like when you switch gears to something else, there's that group that they don't want to watch that, so they either leave or they just don't watch it, which is understandable. Again, you shouldn't be forced to watch what you don't like, but anyway, more videos to come, guys. Like always, thanks for watching, and I will, like always, make another video soon, because I always do. Talk to you guys later.